Hello and welcome back to another episode with me, Dr. Algie. This certainly has been a busy week with folks calling in for advice. Many of them seem to be a bit confused about what's the difference between voting for Republicans or voting for Democrats. So I've been reading the paper and have come to the conclusion that the Republicans test positive and think negative, and the Democrats test negative and think positive. For instance, I read an article about a recent illegal shindig that was held at the People's House, hosted by Richard Tater. No one was wearing a mask or social distancing, and several prominent guests have since tested positive and fallen ill. I tried to tell them, and they deserve every... Edgar! You know better than to take pleasure in other people's misfortune. I'm not experiencing schadenfreude. Makes me recall what old Granddad once told me. If you lay down with dogs, you end up with fleas. To this day, that's pretty sound medical advice. As a final note, many people don't understand there are actually two deadly viruses infecting our nation. One, of course, is the COVID, but the other resides in the White House. Unfortunately, we don't have a vaccine yet for the COVID, but the good news is we do have one for the one infecting our White House, and that is to get out and vote. Edgar, your mac and cheese is done. Oh, did you make it with the Velveeta and the weenies? Of course I did. Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. Be sure to tune in next week for another session with me, yours truly, Dr. Algie. And don't forget to vote, stay safe, and don't lay down with dogs. Are we done here?